body, old soul, okay? And I'm struggling to find a right partner. What I've done is I've already done the sleeping around phase, okay? I've got a uni in Hamilton. Kind of says it all. Darling, how about I email you? You email me instead. It's karen.james@gmail.com. Karen? What a unique name, innit? How do I spell that one? Is it Karen with a C? C for cunt? Or... I just started doing stand-up. I think it's kind of putting my life experiences and my life, not calling, but just wanted to laugh all the time and bring joy to people into something that's actually now a profession. Yeah, I love it. It's not my full-time job, but it's my full-time hobby for sure. But yeah, I just do it on my spare time. I think watching just any stand-up comedy to me, I like to watch every single stand-up I can go to. And it's art form, you know, it's all influencing me in a way that I have so many ideas now, and I only have limited amount of time to try and amplify every single idea that is all like different personalities or like different stand-up styles. So yeah, I'm constantly being inspired by people.
Yeah, acting for me, it was the first thing that I wanted to. Well, not acting per se. I just remember when I was like 6 or 7 that I said I wanted to be a storyteller, you know, and then when I discovered acting, I was like, oh yeah, I think my first role was playing the Pied Piper in the Pied Piper of Hamelin in Sunnybray Primary School. I was a fantastic Pied Piper, by the way. I was performing in a show, and I'm gonna name the show because it's called The Vagina Monologues, and I love saying that title. That's when I just knew, I'm like, yeah, this sort of stuff is my stuff. And then, you know, life happens and you go on a journey and parents tell you different things and school counselors tell you different things, and you're like, oh, okay, I'll just drop the creative pursuit and become a doctor. I'm an actress. But then I also have a day job, which, you know, most actors do. And I work in retail. I'm slowly getting out of that and just focusing solely on acting, which I really, really love.
I always thought I wanted to be an astronaut, like, as any child does, wants to be an astronaut. I remember telling my teacher, like, sir, I want to be an astronaut. He goes, you're too stupid. And imagine that time, me as a kid, I'm like, wow, cool, that's out the gate. You know, like how they shatter your dreams just like that? When I went back to India, I joined a production there for a TV show where I didn't get paid for it for like 6 months. And I just kept working as a third AD. That's when I kind of decided, but I never thought I'll be a director or a cinematographer or anything like that. But I see myself going into these different streams, and I love doing what I do.
For me, without thinking, it's always my mom. For a while, it was not my dad, but I don't know, this year specifically, I really look up to him a lot, like really, really, really do.
No one that I can think straight out of my mind except for my mother, because she was the only role model that I looked up to.
For a long time growing up, as a young kid, man, I looked up to my dad like a motherfucker, man. My dad was like the all-seeing, all-knowing Yu-Gi-Oh! 5 cards god. He was just like the Don, man. He could do everything.
My dad grew up poor, so he came from poverty. With that kind of mindset, it was just always, I gotta survive and make a living. I gotta provide for my family. There was always a sense of urgency.
Like I wanted to be like him, I wanted his approval, I wanted everything the way he thought, I wanted to alter my life in that way, and whatever. So my dad was a big role model, but just like any teenager, that dries up real quick.
Compared to me, I grew up here, New Zealand, bro, chill ass, like completely different to what my dad believes in. So a lot of clashes with my parents, how I choose to live my life compared to how they want me to live my life. It's very different.
I don't think I have a single person in my life that I just absolutely adore and want to be like. So no, I haven't had a single influence.
But it's changed a lot over the years because I've changed what I thought was important. And so when you change what you think is important, you pay attention to the people that are doing what you think is important. So Michael Jordan was my role model, Kobe was my role model.
Oh, many of them that I've looked up to growing up. Kobe Bryant, Allen Iverson. One day after basketball practice, I went home and my mom was cooking. And then I was just there doing my thing, and then she asked me, she's like, George, let me ask you a serious question. I was like, what? And she was like, what do you want to do when you grow up? And I was like, are you asking me this seriously? And then she's like, yes, I'm asking you this seriously. I'm like, okay, if you're asking me this seriously, I want to be a basketball player. And then she's like, silence. No, you'll never make it. I was like, okay, I know I'm not gonna make it to the NBA, maybe. I could still play in the CBA. She was like, no, no, off the table. You'll never make it. Otherwise, I would have been LeBron's teammate.
The belly, the size of the belly grows. The chest. Tap your body into the water, being energy feels releasing. As we do this, you may exhale, pushing into your hands. One more time, taking a deep breath in. On this exhale, opening your hands up. Now I want you to imagine an energy ball from one of the eyes. Now I want you to really rub this, okay? So between your nose and your eye, there's like a meridian channel. Okay, so I want you to really rub it, pushing both. Just feel, just observe all those sensations, all those tinglings. Stay tuned in. Allow the music now to move through you. Move your breath, allow your body to move. Breathe deep. Knowing that you're powerful, strong, every single breath, in, out, Breathe deep into that. Breathe, I want you to focus on these sensations that you're feeling within your body. 7, 6, 5, get ready to release. 4, 3.
My heart wanted the freedom and wanted to be creative and explore, and that wasn't an option living with my parents. It was very much, what are you gonna do with your life? Where is your career going? At least go into veterinary science, like do some type of like science or academia in some way. And there were a lot of comments made by my sisters and my parents, that if I don't go to university, I'm not an educated person, I'm not contributing to society. There's, what's my worth and what's my validation of my life. And that brought home a lot of pain, a lot of self-worth problems within myself. And I didn't want any of that. I just wanted to be free. Now I help people as a coach, I guess you could say as a life coach, to remind people of their freedom, to remind people of who they are, to give them a sense of liberty and feel comfortable to express themselves. And we do this by running retreats and connecting people back to themselves, back to nature. And that is essentially what we do.